Hello, good evening everyone. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Okay, fine. So let's start the class. Okay, so this is week 5. The questions will be of week 5, the job computing using Python. This is the live problem solving session. I am a PhD scholar at IIT Jodhpur in space science and technology. So moving further, this is something about me as we discussed, and this is the link we use to join every Tuesday 6 to 7, and this is the YouTube channel where you can find the videos after the class. Okay, so before starting the questions, I would like to know if you have some issue in some basic understanding of this week, or we can move forward with the questions. You can respond, you can unmute yourself and say if you have any issue or anything you would like to ask. You are free to do that. Okay, so I assume there are no issues. Let's move forward with the questions. So to start with, the first question is I will be first discussing some basics of, we have some questions which involve the basics of dictionary. In this week 5, we have mostly studied about dictionaries. Okay, so what is the correct syntax to get all the keys only from a dictionary? Okay, so we only want the keys. Remember what is the structure of a dictionary? Dictionary have key and values. Okay, they are in pairs, always in pairs, like that, and it is in curly brackets, right? So can anyone tell me? You can unmute and say. I'll not be able to access the messages when I am taking the classes, so please speak up. There is no issue. Even if you are wrong, it's not an issue. We will discuss. Yeah, please tell.
Option D.
Option D. Why not option A? As I said, you have to unmute yourself and say, because I am not able to access the messages, the chat messages when we are taking the classes. Okay. Yes. Can you tell why you think it should be D? Why not B? Or why not A? Yes, please speak up. Don't worry. Okay. You have correctly said it. It is D dot keys. The keys will get all the key, like all the key values, and create a list of keys. Okay. So we will get all the keys from here. So the correct answer is D, keys, not key. We have to always keep in mind, even if there is only one key, we have to with keys, not key. Okay, is it clear? Hello?
Clear, sir.
Clear. Okay, fine. So moving further, what is the syntax to create a dictionary? This is the most basic thing. Yes, please.
Option B.
Option B, curly brackets, right? And one more thing I would like to say related to this is that sets, when we will go and read about sets, sets also have a similar syntax. Oh, sorry. Sets also have a similar syntax, curly brackets. Okay, But sets cannot be initialized like this. So when you are reading dictionary, it is fine, but when you will go in sets, remember that both of them, they look like same, but they cannot be initialized like similar ways. Okay, so whenever we create curly brackets, whenever we say curly bracket, it creates a dictionary. Okay, so let's come to the third question. What is the correct statement about dictionaries? There can be multiple same keys. Okay, every value must be unique, every key must be unique, or we cannot get every key from the dictionary. What is the correct answer?
Option C.
Option C. Every key must be unique. Okay, and values must be unique. What about this one? Answer B.
We can have multiple same values.
Same values, good. And keys must be unique. If you put two keys, like same keys, what happens then? Do anyone have tried that?
Previous one will get override by the new one.
Yeah, so the last one we put, that will prevail. Okay, very good. So every value, oh sorry, this one is wrong. No, not value. Every key must be unique. By mistake, I have bold that one. Okay. Okay. Now let's come to some questions. What will be the output of the following code? Okay. D equals to A colon 20, B colon 30. But remember, there is a difference. In case of 20, we are just putting 20. In case of 30, we are putting 30 in quotes. Okay. Print D dot values. Like we had the keys, we have values also, right? Values, what it will do? It will print the values only. So what will be the answer? Feel free to speak. Even if you are wrong, there is no harm. You will be yeah, Chopin, why 20,3?
A, option A.
Option A or B or C, because all of them look very similar. Okay, so let's discuss. Someone let me ask someone who has. Okay, Ganga Nagri Mahendra. Yeah, can you explain why you think it should be A, not B or C? Hello. Okay. Anyone else would like to explain, Biva? Yeah. Can you explain why you think it should be A, not B or C? As I have said,
D dot value function will give for first value it will give 20, and for second value it gives 30, as 30 is correct. Sorry, it is
string. Yeah.
String. 30 is not a number; it is string. So it will print 30 in single quote.
Yes, very good. Yes, and one more thing. I think some people joined later on. I cannot read your messages when I am taking the class. So please respond by unmuting yourself. Okay. So Bibha has said it rightly that since 20 is a number, it will be shown as a number. Since 30 is in quotes, it is shown as a string. The difference, Bibha, now you can mute yourself. I think there is some noise from your side. Yeah. So remember that the value need not, though it seems like value is something which will contain some numbers only, but value can be numbers as well as strings. Similarly, for the keys, they can be number as well as strings. Okay, both of them are possible. So let's see, let's verify this code. Okay. Yeah. So I have written the code here. D equals to n codes colon 20. Is it visible to everyone or is it too small? Can you see the screen?
Visible.
Visible. Okay, fine. So what is, it is not showing exactly like what was given in the option 20, 13 codes. It is showing dictionary values since we are printing the whole thing. Okay. So it is shown as a data type, that is dictionary values. There is something called dictionary items, dictionary keys. In dictionary items we get tuples. Sir also said while teaching it, tuples, that is also a type of data. Okay, we will learn, like you will be learning this gradually one by one. Okay, so let it connect. Yeah, so we will see 20 and 13 codes. That is the output. Okay, and you see, if you see it properly, it is in square brackets. Can anyone tell what is the meaning of something in square brackets?
List, sir.
List. Very good. So
It's a list.
yes, it gives a list of values. Always remember, whenever we are using the dot values or dot keys, it gives us a list of values or the keys. And when we are using items, it gives us in single like simple bracket. We will see the next one. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So for this case, the correct value will be 20 and 30 codes. Okay. Now coming to the next question, very similar to it, just the difference is here we are using d dot items. Okay, and here everything is numbers. Okay, so what will be the correct values, correct output? Yeah, Chopin, can you tell? Hello.
Yes, sir. It will print the whole thing, whole item size. Means A colon 20, comma B colon 30, comma C colon 50.
Okay, he's saying A colon 20, B colon 30, C colon 50. Is there anyone who differs from his answer? Anyone who thinks it will be different?
Instead of colon, we'll get comma.
Comma. Yes, this is what I was discussing, that we will get something like quotes in quotes A comma 20, and this will be in simple brackets. And this simple bracket means it is a tuple. Tuple is a data type that cannot be changed in the program. Remember, tuple is something that cannot be changed during the program. It will be fixed. Okay, so tuple will be generated. Tuple of this tuple of the key value pairs will be generated. Okay. So what will be the correct answer? Now, can anyone tell?
C.
C. Good. So C will be our correct answer. Let's see, is it correct or not? Okay. Yes, Swapan, are you asking something?
No, sir. I am saying that and I got it.
You got it, right? So slight difference. It is just the difference of presentation. Okay, how it is being presented. So if we see it, you see, in fact, I have already run it once to verify. You see, in this case, tuples are being made. Okay, so tuples arranged inside a list. So this whole thing is a list. Okay, a list of tuples of key and value pairs. You can say it generated when we use dot items with a dictionary. Okay. So now coming to the next question, question 6, that is we are using import string. Okay. We have discussed this in previous classes also. What is the meaning of this import when we are doing import? Let me ask someone. Yes, Bhavesh, Ratan, are you there?
So if you have to import any libraries,
Yes, very good. So we are using this import to import string library here. Okay. Then what is this doing? Bags and in curly brackets.
so dictionary.
It is creating an empty dictionary, right? Then next is name equals to. Okay, let me ask this portion to someone else. KR Devesh, are you there? Then Akansha Variketi, yeah, are you there? Okay. R Srinivas. Okay, anyone can answer what is being done in this line 4? And you people don't be shy, please try to interact, because this whole session is meant to foster this interaction between you and me, so that it will be easier for you to understand the things, so that we can talk freely. Yes.
It will create the list of A to Z small and A to Z capital letters.
Yes, very good, Vipul. Okay. So the next thing, now we have name equals to A to Z in small letters and then A to Z in capital letters. Okay. Then for I in range 20. Okay. 20. So remember that if we start from A and go till 20, that will be, I think, T. Yeah, T is 20. Okay. So for I in range 20, bags name underscore name square bracket I equals to 0. Okay. And then it is saying print bags. So what is this doing? Can anyone guess now?
It will it will create the 0 to 19 index and assign the value to 0 in the dictionary.
Yes. So what will be the correct answer?
Sorry?
So what will be the correct answer? A or B?
Key will be A to up to 20 character.
Yeah. So 20
small,
is
in
T.
small.
Yeah. So I think B. Anyone else who thinks it can be different?
Sir, ASCII letters started from the capital letters or the small letters?
In ASCII letters, when we put it, starts from small letters, small a to small z, and then capital A to capital Z.
I think D is the right answer.
D, why
B.
B or D?
B.
B, okay. Anyone who thinks it A is the correct answer or D? Okay, let's check. Okay. We are doing import string.
Because sir, 0 is assigning for everyone.
Yes, for everyone. When we are in line 7, you can say, see.
Yes. That's why I'm saying for I in range, for every i's value 0 is assigning.
Yes, exactly. So let's see. See, this case, it is going till T. It is creating a dictionary till T, and every time the value is 0 only. Okay. There is no other value. So don't get confused with anything else, because here the value is 0 only. Every time the value is being assigned as 0. Okay. So the correct answer is B. Now let's go to the next question. This I expect answers from you. Okay. Here we are importing string and random. We have already seen these two libraries. We are creating a empty dictionary, just like we did in the previous question. ASCII letters same. This part is also same like the previous one. Now here something else is happening. Can anyone try to find out what is happening? Here we are considering 1000 marbles are with us, okay, and they are being arranged in different bags. Okay, so how are they being arranged using this? Can anyone try? Yes, Srinivas, please try to explain it.
Sir, key is a variable.
Hmm.
For that, randomly we are choosing the keys from the previous dictionary bags, and for the selected keys for the corresponding values, we are incrementing it by 1.
So what will
I think,
happen
sir,
at
it will
last?
give error.
Okay, error. Why? Like in which part
I
you think
think
there is?
I
Yeah.
think row number 12.
12. Okay. Why?
Because ultimately you are just selecting, you are converting the keys into list. So it will be A to T as a list in the small letter, and from that you are selecting the random character. So key will be your random character, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you are trying to add 1 in the key. So I'm not sure whether it will convert, it will adding as a, because Python is new for me. So I don't know, say for example, it will randomly choose, say, call character A. So key will be A. So you are trying to increment the A value with 1.
Yeah.
So I think, sorry, it will, no, not, I think not error, but it will,
See, here we are putting back square bracket key. So that is equal to the value of the
yes, yes,
Yeah.
value. So value will be
Right.
0, though it will increment to 1 for randomly chosen
Yeah.
any number. So between 0 to 1000, I think.
Yes. So sorry. Yeah. So ultimately what is happening here is that since we are doing it 1000 times and every time we are picking something randomly, so randomly we are adding 111. So at last the sum of all the values in this dictionary will be 1000. That is your okay. And but this distribution is not uniform. It is being done randomly. So this 1000 marbles are being distributed randomly in this 20 bags, you can say. Okay. So the first thing, that evenly, that is not correct. It is not being done evenly. And then in the second one, 500 is there. That is not correct. Then third one, error. Though it looks like, if you are not very familiar with the syntax of dictionaries, it will look like this will give an error, but it will not give an error, because in this case the value is being taken, and the assignment is also done like this only. Assignment of a value to a dictionary is also done like this, as well as the value is taken out in a very similar syntax. Okay, so the correct answer is distribute 1000 marbles randomly in every bag. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's see whether this code is actually running or not. See, the previous answer, if you see, A 48, B 49, 46, but this time when I run it, it might be different. It might not be the same one, because it is being done randomly. See, this time the value changed. Okay, so if you take some time and add all of this, you will get 1000. Okay, you will still get the sum of this as 1000. Okay, here every time it will have random distribution. Now let's go to our next question, that is a coding assignment. Write a code to choose rock, paper or scissors correctly. So I know here we can have different answers, different answers. So I'd like to know from you people what are the possible solutions for this. We have to choose something, like we have three options. You might have played. Okay, sorry. You might have played. Okay, sorry. Yeah. You might have played rock, paper, scissors. So we have to choose between rock, paper or scissors. One person chooses rock, someone like rock, paper or scissors, one thing, and then another one again chooses, and then we decide like rock is stronger than paper is stronger than rock, scissor is stronger than paper, right? And rock is stronger than scissors. These processes are followed, but the most basic thing to choose something. Okay, so what can be the way? Can anyone try? Yeah. What will be the process of doing it? Yes, I give you some time, 2 minutes. Think and come up with some ideas. Yes, someone can try. Can anyone try it? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. So can you suggest some ideas how we can do it? There are many different ways. In fact, not just one or two, there are many different ways in which you can do it. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Swapan, are you trying to say something?
Yes, I think, sir, can I explain what we have the teacher said in our lecture?
Yes, yes, you can, please.
In the lecture, we got that there is two player one and player two. So and player one and player two. We can take 3, 4, and many players. It does not mean, but minimum is 2 player is needed. And there is the counting. If we start rock paper scissor, rock is 0, paper is 1, and scissors is 2.
Okay.
And for player 2, we can also change its sequence. It means rock we can take 1, paper is 0, scissor is 2. That's like. And after this, and there will be the combinations of 8 combination, as there are 2 players and 3 is the items, or you can say, so there will be 8 combinations.
8 or 9?
8 combinations.
Okay. Then?
Draw combinations will be 8 and 1 is the another combination.
Okay. That part we are not going. I am just asking what is the process of picking up, like how we can create a code to choose between choose something from rock, paper or scissor. See, there can be different ways, like what I have tried is, like there can be different ways. You can either ask the person to enter something like R, P or S. Okay, use if and else loop. If like choice double equals to R, then consider it as rock. If it is P, then consider it as paper. If it is S, then consider it as scissors, something like that. A lot of things can be done. But an easier way is to do using dictionaries. What we do is that we take this combination key value pairs. Okay, like we create a dictionary, something like, suppose 0 is having the value rock. Okay, then 1 is having the value paper, and 2 is having the value scissors. Okay.
Sir, in the dictionary, is there any problem if you have taken in this dictionary that value is first, then colon, then the key, keys, and some other times we have taken that firstly keys, then colon, then value.
There is no problem. As I said earlier also, the key and value both can be numbers as well as characters. Okay, so here we are taking numbers. Okay, So there is no issue even if you go for numbers. Number can be a key. Okay, there is no compulsion in that. Okay, generally those are like strings only, because it is easier in that case. But number, like in this case, having key as rock or paper or scissor, it will be very difficult to take input from the user like that, because we can search in keys, not in values. Searching values is a bit difficult. Okay, we can use a key to search something. Okay, so then we can ask the user to input some number between 0 to 2 according to his choice. We can even print like a list that 0 means rock, 1 means paper, 2 means scissor for you. And then from this we can use this like let's say it says choice. Okay, so we can say choose square bracket key. Okay, so whatever the person choose, that comes, like rock comes, paper comes, or scissor comes. I have created one code like this. Okay, choice equals to int input. We are asking the input from user. Ideally you should be putting something here like please enter your choice or something. Okay, and then we are converting it into the choice. Okay, so what is it doing is that it is entering the key here and checking here. Okay, and what here is being done is that we are dividing it by 3. Why we are dividing it by 3 is that suppose someone enters 4, 5, 6, 7, anything like that, we still consider it as rock, paper, or scissor by dividing it. Like we are saying that this pattern is being repeated. Like after this again 3 will be equal to rock, 4 will like 3 will be equal to rock, 4 will be equal to paper, 5 will be equal to scissors, 6, 7, 8, like that. Okay, so for that we are dividing it by 3. This is not compulsory, but in case you will not put this, if someone knowingly put some other number, it will give you an error. Okay, in this case we will get the correct choice even if we are not someone is not putting 0, 1 or 2. Okay, let's check this. Okay, I am running this code. Did you get the code, or there is confusion? So it asks for an input. Let's try something which is actually not in this. Like even if I put 4 here, see, it will give me rock, not rock, sorry, paper, because 3 is rock, 4 is paper. Okay, like that it will. If we put 1, it should give paper. It is giving paper. Okay, is it clear?
Okay, I think you are saying about only the code, and I am telling about the 2 players competition, I think.
Yes,
so.
that algorithm is something that is later on. I was just asking about what is the part of how we will take that input. Okay,
Okay,
that
okay,
is
okay, thank you.
yeah. Sorry.
Sir, can you explain this again?
Yes. So what is happening here is that we are creating a dictionary which contains key value pairs. Okay, the key 0, and correspondingly we have said that the key, if someone enters 0, we'll consider it as rock. You can have it different also, not an issue. Even you can have something like R and then rock. Okay, and you say that for rock you enter R, small r. Okay, it will still do. Then I am saying for 1 it should be paper, for 2 it is scissors. Okay, then we are asking an input from the user and we are converting it into an integer. If you don't enter an integer here, it will give you an error. Okay, so this is the advantage of choosing 0, 1 or 2, because here only we are checking. Okay, suppose that if someone like we take R, P and S and someone enters something else like Q, Z and something, so we cannot check here itself that it is correct or not. Okay, like that person has entered some valid input or not. And you can see that when we try the exception handling, we can put this whole thing in try block that will try this, and if there is an error we can put something like other option that you have entered a wrong input, try again. Okay, then we are taking the game choice. Now we are converting this value. The user has entered some value like 0, 1 to any number. Now we have to convert it into our choice, rock, paper or scissor. Okay, so what we are doing is that we are taking the dictionary. Remember, dictionary and key. If we put it like that, we get the values, right? So we will get the value. So here 0, 1 and 2 are the key. So rock, paper and scissors are the values. Okay, so we will divide choice by 3. Whatever integer comes, okay, like whatever the remainder comes, sorry, not integer, whatever the remainder comes, we will use that as a key. Suppose someone enters 5. So if you divide it by 3, what we get? It is 1 times, and here, okay, so this number 2. Okay, 2. So 2 corresponding to 2, the value is scissors. So game choice will be scissors. Similarly, if someone enters 7, what will happen? 7 by 3, that is 1, 1 by 3. 2, 1 by 3. So the remainder is 1, and corresponding to 1, the value is paper. We will get the output as paper. Okay, got it? Mamta, I think you asked the question,
Sir.
right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You still have confusion, or you got it?
Sir, it's perfect.
Okay, fine.
Sir,
Yes. Yes, Ram.
sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
D dot to tab space and D dot some function name and question mark. If these two are given, it will show the details regarding that function. But
No,
for me, it is not showing anything.
D dot, what you are saying, I didn't get it.
Like in week, I think in week 5 lecturers, in I think the first lecturer about dictionaries. In that dictionaries, they said one command like dictionary name dot. If we are giving some space, like it will show all the functions we can do with the dictionaries.
Yes, that is not something to run, not space. Actually, if you put tab, like if you press tab, this like when you are running it in a terminal, like either if you are using the spider ID, then you can do this. In fact, in any command prompt or terminal, this thing is there, that if you are not getting the code, you just press tab, it will show all the available options to you. But it is not in case of an editor, like we are using the Jupyter, right? This is an editor. This will not give you that thing. Okay, I think in one of the classes we will discuss about, because for the time being we skipped that installing this spider ID and those things, and easily we started with Colab. But as we are going into some complex programming, we will go to that. And once you are familiar with the code, like codes and programming, I will even take some time and show you how to install this spider ID and all. Okay. And in the classroom, in the Google Classroom, or in the this link of the video, YouTube video, I'll put put some description about this. Fine, that how to do it.
Yeah, okay.
And then we will move further. This will be you will be able to do in the case of this terminal or some prompt. If you are using Ubuntu or that, in that you can do directly, and if you are on Windows, then you will have to install like this spider ID and all. Then only you can do it. Okay. In Colab that is not there. That is a like specific to this. Okay. Clear, Vamsi?
Yes, sir. I used Visual Studio Code, sir.
In Visual Studio you will get. If you are not using Visual Studio with like, have you installed this Jupyter Notebook in Visual Studio or directly the Visual Studio Code?
No, sir. Jupyter Code Notebook is also there.
Okay. When you are using any notebook, it will not work. You directly do in the coding like this terminal of the Visual Studio Code, you will be able to do it. And at the end of this class, you keep that open and share your screen, then I can explain you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let's complete this, then we will discuss that thing. Okay? So moving further, this is something binary search. Anyone knows about binary search? Yes, Biva.
So in binary search, we need sorted list. Initially, we have to check whether a list is sorted or not. First, we will sort the list and then divide into half. Then if we choose, suppose we choose number 2. If it is in first half, we will check in first half. Otherwise, again we divide that first half into further and check whether number is present or not.
Yes. So sorted list. Okay, fine. Why do we need sorted list? Why not an unsorted list? Like I have put all three things here, right? One is unsorted list, second is sorted list, third is a sorted list in descending order. Okay. Will it be applicable in which case? First, second, or third? Or all three of them, or just two of them? What will be the option?
I think that any sorted list we can apply binary search.
Okay. And why not in case of a unsorted list?
Because binary search is only applicable for a sorted list because it will find only the middle actually.
Okay. Biva, you were also explaining something. Yes, please tell.
I think in unsorted list, it is difficult to divide list in half. To check whether number is in which part, if we check less for less, number will be going to number is present in both the sections. 2 is present here, 5 present in next half. How we will going to divide the list in half and check particular number?
Yes, that is one problem. Yes, that will create problem, and at the same time, this binary search we are using to find the position of a number. Okay, and as you have rightly said, both of you have correctly pointed out that here we are going to divide this whole problem into half, 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 and half. Like we are going to reduce problem to some pinpointed value. Okay, so in this case, if it is not sorted, it will not have a fixed position. Right? That is why we go for a sorted list. Like suppose we want to find 3. Okay, in this case, let's start with the first. Let's apply the algorithm for the first case. Okay, so what it will do, it will divide this into half. It has total 7 values, so it will go to the center and check that it is 9. 9 is greater than 3, right? So what it will take, it will discard this part and it will just take this part. Okay, till here it is working fine because 3 is still in this part. Okay, then it will divide again in half and it will take this 2. In this case, 2 is smaller than 3. 2 is smaller than 3, so it will say that we have to go to this part. still it is correct, and it takes 3, 3 is equal to 3, it finds the position. In this case, it is working fine. But what if we have to find 8? Okay, then it will create a problem in case of an unsorted list. Okay, let's try doing that. It will go to the center, it will check 9 is actually greater than 8, so it will discard this part and it will take this, but 8 is actually not in this part, 8 is in this part. Okay, this in this case it will not work, but in this case and this case, like if we go to the center, we see 5 is less than 8, so it will discard this left part and it will keep right part since it is in ascending order. Okay, similarly for the second part, it will go here and it will say 5 is less than 8, so it will take this since this is in ascending order. So first thing we have to check in case of binary search, that is it sorted or not. If it is sorted, then we go to check whether it is in ascending order or descending order. Okay, in both the cases it can find, but you have to know whether it is arranged in ascending order or descending order. Clear? So what will be the answer in this case?
D.
D, yes, any sorted list. Okay, now let's find out what will be the output of the following code. We are creating a function, okay, test L for I in range length of L. So here the input is a list L, okay, length L minus 1. Okay, so we are not going till that last one. Okay, the whole length minus 1. For j in range length L minus 1. If L of j is less than L of j plus 1, we are swapping it. Okay, how we are swapping? We are creating a temporary variable, we are storing our value and then assigning it to like assigning the next value to this value, and then assigning the temporary value there. So suppose it was, if it was 4, 5, so the resultant will be 5, 4. Swap it. Yes, Shreyasi, you want to say something? Hello. Shreyasi, are you trying to say something? I cannot hear you. There is some noise from your side. Yes. So Davendra Bedi have said it is C. Why C? Davendra?
Sir, this code actually sorts the list. So the first element will be the smallest element. And if we print the L0, then it will be the smallest element. That's why.
Okay. You are correct that it is sorting the list. Anyone who would like to differ from Davendra? Sorting is correct, but there's the small thing you might have missed. Yes, Viva.
Well, in if condition, I think we are swapping the value.
Swapping the value in which case? Like
So
we
I
are
think
swapping
it's in
the value.
descending order. I
Yes.
mistake.
Yes, that is the only thing, that we are swapping when the first value is smaller than the next value. Okay, so we are like changing it, and we are doing it again and again throughout the list, like as many times as we have the numbers. So at the end, what happens? The highest value will accumulate at the first, and the lowest value will go at the end. Okay, this is generally called as bubble sort method. This whole process is called as bubble sort, because what it does is that if we have a list of different items, what it will do is that it will create a bubble like window. It will compare between these and these numbers, and it will swap it. Then this window will move here. I think, yeah. Then this window will move here. Again, it will compare between this item and this item, and this thing will continuously go on. Okay, like this. And so it is doing into many a time. So at first, what it will do, it will make the largest number, like in this case, it will make the smallest number go to the end. Then next time it runs, it will make the second smallest number go to the end, like this. This will continue till it is sorted. The whole list is sorted. Okay. So this way, actually, we will be getting the highest number here. Okay, not the lowest number. Clear? Let's try to run this. I think I have not written the test case here. Let's put a list of numbers. Okay, square bracket. Okay, so this is something not arranged. Then what we will do, we'll put in test, and then in brackets we will put the L. Okay, let's run this. So this is showing the largest number, and if you want to see this whole list after it has been sorted, we can print the list here also. Okay, you see it has been sorted in descending order here. Clear? Is there any confusion till here? Yes, Mamta, please. Yes, Aditya, I will listen to you. Yes, please say. Hello. Yes, Aditya, you are saying something? Yes. So, any further question you have? Yes, Aditya Kumar. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I am actually having a doubt in running a speech audio file in Python, sir. So it is actually showing me file directory not found, sir. How to resolve that problem?
Okay. Do you have this your code open? Can you share your screen? I will stop sharing for some time. Yeah, I'll stop sharing for some time, and then you can. Okay, in the meantime, I think Vamsi has the issue, right? Vamsi, you can share your screen, and let's
yes, sir.
let's see what is the issue. Then we will see Aditya.
Sir, is that visible?
No, not yet. You will have to share your whole screen.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, now?
Yes, it is loading. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So
Sir,
yeah, let's write D
sir, for
dot.
example, D dot.
Yeah, just press tab on your keyboard.
Yes, sir, it is showing these options. Clear,
Yes.
copy, from
Yeah.
this get.
Press tab two times. Like, just press
Tab
tab.
only.
Tab like tab button is there on your keyboard, right? Press.
Yes, sir.
Keep pressing tab 2-3 times. Yeah. Okay. It takes, like in your case, it is showing the list. Okay. In some cases, the whole list will come below. Okay. It depends on the version you are using and all. Okay. And actually, idle cell is the worst. That's why people don't go for using it. Okay. We generally use VS Code or Spider ID or like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But
Sir,
in
one more
all,
thing.
yeah. Please say.
For pop option, if we are using question mark means it will shows the all the things about that function.
Press enter.
We
No.
showing invalid.
Question mark, I don't think question mark shows all the options.
No, not all options, sir. The about it will shows about the pop function.
This thing is quite dependent on the cell you are using. Okay, from cell to cell, these options vary. The things that has been discussed in the lecture are mostly related to this spider ID, anaconda and spider ID. Okay, that is why you are getting confused. Like for these options, you can say check what is the relevant option for idle cell. Okay, it will depend on the terminal you are using. For command, like you must have seen, for command prompt, the codes are similar but a bit different. Okay, compared to the terminal in Ubuntu, or if you are going for Mac OS, they are a bit different. Slight changes are there. Okay, so this is something like that. It is quite manufacturer dependent. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Aditya, now you can share. Yeah, you can share what is the issue. Yes, Aditya, are you there? Yes. Fine.
So this is the code, sir. When I'm running it,
Hmm.
so it is showing this, sir. No such
Yes.
file directly found.
Yes, because you have not given the path. You are just putting the name of the file, but the file must be stored somewhere. Okay, that whole path has to be put. Like it be put somewhere in your C drive or somewhere, right? C drive, D drive, or something. That whole path. If you open your open your any Windows, like what we saw, Windows Explorer or something.
So I tried, sir, writing the path also, but sir, again it was showing that only.
Like I am not able to see your whole screen. I think you have shared just some window. Share the whole screen. Stop sharing once, share the whole screen.
Sir, how can we take the web for speech recognition?
Simply like you have like we did the file handling, right? The same process,
Yeah.
but in this case the file.
I shared my whole screen.
Yes. So the thing is that either this sr1.wav should be stored in the same directory as your program. like you are putting untitled 25.py, right? That should be stored in the same folder as sr1.wav. Otherwise, you see what it is saying, C underscore users Anura space anaconda 3 space lib space wav.py. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, no such file found here. Okay, that is the issue, that no such file was found in your that folder itself. Okay, so a better way will be, if you open your this Windows Explorer, open where the file you have put sr1.wav.
It's on the desktop.
Yeah, so you will have to tell it is on the desktop. Okay, you cannot assume that it will search the whole computer and find it out. Okay, that is also an option, but that will take a lot of time, right? So you know it is on desktop, but the Python interpreter does not know. So you will have to mention that it is on that. So if you right click on that file, go to your file and right click there and go to it, right click and go to it, click on properties. Yes, and yes, now you see this is the location. Okay, and after that you will put another slash and then the name of this file.
Yes.
Okay, that might work. Okay, if you your all the permissions are correct and all, it should have. No, you have not copied that properly. Yes, like that.
So
But
now it will,
yeah, remove that print except sr.unknown and that thing. No.
yes, sir.
Now try it. Right. Okay, now the file is read. Okay, you have put brackets, no? A cannot be in brackets. Yeah, that remove
So
that
it
bracket.
will be in brackets.
It should not be in brackets, since you are just creating a text out of it, right? And then you are taking it later on for file. Yeah. Now run it. Unicode script cannot be decoded by simple escape. I think you are doing some print audio with sr.audio file A as source. Are you taking, okay, yeah, sr.audio file, where you in line 11, you put this whole thing, where you are putting A, put this whole thing without quotes.
Okay, sir.
Try like, the problem is with path and nothing else. Okay,
It's fair enough.
yeah. Yes, Vamsi, you are saying something. Okay, Aditya, so you try this. There will be some basic just small changes. Okay, that file path is important, or either the best thing is, in such cases we put the file in the same folder where we are doing the coding. Okay, that makes it easier to understand. You can stop sharing now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, anyone else is having any questions? Yes.
So once can you explain this when question, sir?
I am not able to hear you clearly. Hello? Yes, Syam.
So once can you explain the 10th question?
Question 10. Okay. This one? Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
what is being done is that we are taking a list as input in this function, and we are not going till the end. We are going one less than that, and we are looping it, like for every element we are looping the whole number of elements. Okay, why? Because the bubble sort method works like this. If you have a list of some items, okay, so what it will do, first we will start by comparing the first two elements. Okay, suppose we are going to do ascending order. So first, what should be done? First should be the smaller one. If it is not, it has to be reversed. Okay, so it will create a window like this. Ideally, I am saying this to make you understand. Suppose here it is 3, here it is 1. So it will compare 3 and 1. Okay, so in this case 3 is larger than 1. So what should be done? Suppose we have something like 3, 1. Let me go. What should be done in this case? Sam, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is to be done is that it have to change the position, because 3 is greater than 1. So 1 should come first, 3 should come later on. So it will swap it. It will just try to change the position. And here in this code, we are doing that only. We are creating a temporary variable, and we are saying that, but in this case it is not greater than, it is larger than. So we are doing actually in descending order here. So what we are doing is that we are creating a temporary variable. We are storing this variable into something temporary. We are assigning this here, and then we are putting the temporary variable here. So at the end, what happens is that we have here, we erase this and we put 1 here and 3 here. Okay, then this window will move. Compare this. In this case, 3 is small, 5 is large. Fine, we will move forward. Again 5, 7, correct. 7, 8, fine. 8, 6, there is an issue. So what will happen? Here again the same process, we will swap it. And how will it be done? We will create a temporary variable, store 8 there, and we will put 6 in place of 8. Okay, we will put 6 here, and then from the temporary variable we will put here. So the temporary variable is doing that. Okay, again this window will move to this 8, 2. That is why you see, since we are not going to the last, because last there can be no 2 things, so we are taking 1 less than the total length. We are not going to the last, because last 2 elements will be compared at the same time. Here again, since there is an issue, it will be swept. So at the end of the first run, what will happen is that 8 will be here, and still the rest part of it is unsorted. So this is called actually bubble sort method. And what bubble sort method is that, in first case it has brought the highest number to the end, because it was to be done in ascending order. But in this case, in our program, it is doing the opposite. It will bring the smallest number to the end, because we want it to be in descending order. We are using less than here. Okay, got it?
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Yeah. So similarly, this thing will be repeated, and how many times? As many times, like as many number of elements are there, that many times this whole thing will be repeated. And at last, in the next loop, what will happen? 7 will reach here, rest things will remain like that. Then 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, like that. It is being arranged one by one. Okay, and in fact last loop we will not need. because if other elements are arranged, the first element is automatically arranged. Okay, so that is the way it is done. Any other questions?
Sir, can you please explain rock paper scissors program, sir?
Which one?
Rock paper scissors.
Rock paper scissors. We have not done the whole program. We are just doing this choice thing, how to choose. Okay, there are different ways. There can be different ways to do it. Okay, what I have done is that I am taking a dictionary and I am creating a key value pairs. We are saying that if you choose 0, if you put 0, it will be considered rock. If you put 1, it will be considered paper. If you put scissors, if you put 2, we will consider it scissors. Okay, and then again after this whole sequence will continue, repeat again and again. So we are asking the input from user, and then in fact for the time being forget this part. Okay, and just think that D and choice is the key now, 0, 1 or 2. If I put D square bracket 1, what will be the output? Can you say?
It will be paper.
Paper, yes, it will be paper. Okay, and if you put D0, what will be the output?
Rock, sir.
Rock, good. And 2, it will be scissors.
It will be scissors.
Yeah, but if someone puts 3, okay, then there will be an error, like we will not get anything. So to make it easier, what I did was I just made it something like the sequence will repeat, but this is not a necessary part of it. Just to avoid an error, I am doing that. Okay.
Sir, if there is 3, sir, we enter the 3. It will take reminder or quotient, sir.
It will take remainder. This modulus operator is for remainder.
Sir, then it will take 0, sir.
Yes, it will take 0, and 0 is the value of rock. After 2, 3 will come, na? And 3 we are wanting it to be rock. And then 1 it will be paper, 2 it will be scissors. Again 6 will be.
It will take 7, sir. 7.
7 will be 7 divided by 3 is
1.
2, 1 by 3. So paper will be like if we put 7, it will be paper.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Understand.
Okay, we are making it repetitive, but that is not a necessary part. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
Sir, in the lecture, the teacher said that we can collect the wave from the Google Translator. How it is possible? Can you explain or?
It will be explained. Don't worry. It will be explained later on when we go to that section. It will be explained.
Okay, sir. And the last 10th number code for which you have written in the Google Colab, can you share?
That whole thing is shared with you in the Google, even in the Google Classroom as well as in the NPTEL Classroom. There you will find all the lectures and slides. You can see that. All these are shared with you. Okay. So that's all. See you in the next class. Thank you everyone.